What is happening, my people? Hope this finds you well. So if you've been looking for a good tutorial on how to make dark trap beats for the one and only Glorilla, I can promise you this is the video for you. I think she's definitely one of the hardest rising artists for the rap game for the past couple of years, and the beats that she uses on her songs really have a particular signature that I'm gonna break down in today's video. So if you're ready, without wasting any further time, let's get into it. Now, so first and first, we're gonna set the tempo of the melody, but Glorilla tends to be a very versatile artist when it comes to the tempo of the beats that she chooses. So what I'm gonna do is to set the tempo of the melody at 137 BPM. I think this is gonna be a very sweet spot, especially for the type of beat that we're gonna be making today. And just to set the foundation of the melody straight, we're gonna start with the piano, and I'm gonna be using the Stingway piano from Keys Classic. And by the way, for the scale of the melody, I think I'm gonna put it on D minor. Now let's put a simple bass line of the piano over here, and we're literally just gonna duplicate this whole thing like this. And then over here, we're gonna give a little bit of variation. I'm gonna put the note over there. Let's see how it sounds. And now what I'm gonna do is to duplicate this whole thing like this, so that we give a little bit of more high end to the piano. Then I'm gonna lower it down to 12 semitones though. Yeah, man, now we're talking. Yeah. You feel me? Now we're talking for real. Now what I'm gonna do is to literally duplicate this whole thing, and then on the last 8 bar, we're actually gonna give it a further variation. As you can see, we moved the notes by a couple of semitones, just from here to here. And let's see how it sounds now. Yeah, you see how it changes from here, and it goes like this on the last 8 bars. Just to give you that tiny variation. Now, one element that I will often hear on Glorilla's type beats is the staccato string in the background. I promise you it is often there, even though it might be in the background, but if you pay a little bit of attention to the melody or the beat in general, you kind of can tell that it's often there. And with this song here, we're just gonna try giving a little bit of kind of background rhythm to the melody. So I'm gonna start with the root note. Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna increase the volume though. Yeah, you feel me? Like very repetitive and very simple, but that gives a little bit of bounce to the melody. And then here we're gonna give a little bit of variation. Like, yeah, something like that. And now we're gonna duplicate this whole thing again. Yeah. Fire, man. And then what I'm gonna do is to layer on top another set of notes by 12 semitones. Yeah. I can also reduce the volume a little bit. You feel me? Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, bro. Ah, fire, bro. The beat is gonna come hard, man. Hold on tight, man. Fasten your seatbelts, because we about to fly, man. Now, for the next sound of the melody, I want to use another set of strings, but these ones here, they're more like extended strings, because the ones that I was using previously were staccato strings, but they wouldn't have some sort of a sustained kind of effect, and I need more like a typical ambient kind of string background. Something like that, you feel me? So all I'm gonna do with these ones is to literally make a chord progression. I'm gonna extend it. I'm gonna put another note over here. Let's see how it sounds. Yeah, definitely gonna reduce the volume though. Yeah, something like that though. Now let's actually extend the length of the notes, and we're gonna duplicate them. One thing that I want to do here is to put like another note here to layer with this other one. Let's see how it sounds. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And then here what we're gonna do is to break this note up like this, and we're gonna pitch it out 1 semitone, and we're gonna put another note over here so that we have this kind of effect here. You feel me? Makes a lot of sense, bro. Every sound I've been putting is just matching. You feel me? And at the end of the day, when you're making a melody, that's the whole purpose of the melody itself. You just want to select sounds that match with each other. You don't want to put weird sounds just to fill up the melody with no purpose. So that's the reason why I feel like there's a lot of you guys that keep telling me that they struggle with making high quality melodies or with mixing the melody or anything like that. If you select sounds that just fit well together, you can literally make a melody off of 2 sounds, for real, for real. Or even if you were to go crazy and put 10 sounds on a melody, as long as you're selecting the right sounds, you're always gonna be good. And on top of that, let me tell you another secret. The least mixing you do on a sound, the better it is. That's why you always want to choose the right sounds that fit nicely together. You feel me? And by the way, if you want direct help from me when making the melody, mixing the beats, getting placements, networking, making money online as a producer and everything, just check the second link down below in the description to get a free call with me. And from there, I'm gonna see if I can actually help you directly, me personally, and I'm gonna do my best for you to improve your production quality. You feel me? And now let's get back to the tutorial. Now for the next sound, I feel like I want something like a brass to the melody, and we're here in Xband 2, and my favorite go-to brass that never fails me is the big section. Trust me, this goes crazy, especially with this style of melodies. And what we're gonna do here is to make something similar to what we've done with the piano. So we're gonna put a note on D3 first. We're gonna reduce the length like this, and we're gonna put another note. Let's see how it sounds by itself. You feel me? Now we're gonna duplicate this whole thing for, I think I'm gonna duplicate it for 4 bars, and then on the 4th bar, however, we're actually gonna give it a little bit of variation. I'm gonna put a note over here, and I'm also gonna put another one over here, and let's see how it sounds. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You feel me? I might even put this last note over here, and let's see how it sounds. Yeah, it makes even more sense. You feel me? Now we're gonna duplicate this whole thing, and let's see how it sounds with all of the other sounds that we got so far. Yeah. You see how much body gives to the melody? Yeah. Now what I'm gonna do now is to literally clone the same brass that we've just used, so the same exact preset from Xband 2, and in this case we're gonna make a similar piano roll but with some minor variations. Alright, for example, what I'm gonna do here is to reverse these 2 notes. Yeah, fire. And now we're gonna duplicate this whole thing, and then for the last 8 bar we're actually gonna do something like this. You see, it makes a lot of sense, bro. Yo. Another thing that I want to do to this sound here is to give it a little bit of reverb. So we're gonna put the Glorilla vintage verb. We're gonna reduce the decay a little bit. Yeah, so that we can really have it in the background. Fire, man. I love it. Come on. You feel me? Now for the last but not least sound, we're gonna get into the best trap drum kit in the game, Supreme. You can check it out by following the link down below in the description. And we're gonna get a bell. This one right here sounds clean, man. And this bell right here, we're just gonna put it on the 4th and the 8th bar. You feel me? So that it gives that kind of counter effect to the melody. Yeah, man, so clean. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. We're pretty much following the piano roll of the last brass that we just added. Bro, hey man, this melody is hard, bro. Alright, we're not gonna do a little bit of arrangement of the melody. So what I'm gonna do is to literally get rid of the staccato strings over here, and I'm also gonna get rid of the brass from the Xband 2 so that we have more kind of a part A and part B of the melody. You feel me? This part is different. Yeah, this melody is crazy, man. Bro, hey man, the beat, bro, gonna go hard, you feel me? Alright, let's get into the drums, man. Alright, first thing first, you already know we're gonna hop in Supreme, the best trap drum kit in the game by far. If you wanna make beats for Lil Baby, Future, Glorilla, Lil Durk, Travis Scott, you name it, this is the best drum kit that you can get. You can check it out by following the first link down below in the description. And don't tell me that I didn't plug you up, because I freaking did, you feel me? Alright, I'm gonna start with a snare. Yeah, man. Dang, this is gonna be like a typical club banger type snare, you feel me? I also think I'm gonna put a counter snare. Yeah, something like that. Very, very simple. Yeah, man. This beat, bro, crazy. Hold on tight, man. Alright, for the next element, you already know we're gonna get into the kick section of the kit, because we definitely need a kick, you feel me? Yeah, man, this one's different, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've never heard a kick like this, and of course, it is hard because I made it. Yeah, you feel me? But yeah, I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, fire, bro. Hey, man. Yeah, bro. Very, very simple. We're gonna duplicate this whole thing. Yeah, man. Alright, bro. The rhythm here is going crazy. Alright, man. We're wasting further time. Let's get into the 808 section. Yeah, this song's crazy, bro. Gee, bro. It really does give me that typical Glorilla, sexy red kind of vibe, bro. I won't lie to you. Hey, we're gonna go with this one, you know? Now, what we're gonna do is to literally duplicate this whole thing again. Yeah. And I'm gonna get rid of this note of the kick. Hey, fire, bro. Hey, crazy beat, bro. Fire. And one thing that y'all gotta notice is that the piano roll of the 808 is very, very simple. It's literally all about bounce. As you can tell, there's literally not a single note that goes outside of the root note apart from this one right here, but it was literally there because of, you know, just to kind of break the rhythm a little bit. But outside of that, all of the notes are literally sitting on the root note and it's sounding crazy, you feel me? Now the next element I'm gonna put is a hi-hat. this point, we're literally just left with putting some perks and effects without necessarily having to go too crazy, because this is literally the foundation of the beat. So I'm gonna start with this one. Yeah, man, this is a very typical one on Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Rat type beats, you feel me? Bro, just listen to the drums, man. They're going crazy, insane stuff. Hey, if you want to get the same exact drums that I'm using, link down below in the description for Supreme. All right, last but not least, we're gonna use an open hat. I'm gonna be careful with it though. Yeah, fire, bro. We're just gonna put it on the second 4 bars, just like that. Yeah. Gonna slightly boost the volume though. Yeah. Fire, man. Hey, on point. You feel me? Like, this is a very typical dark, hard Glorilla type beat. You feel me? And I'm gonna let you listen to the drums just as a reference. Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, bro, this shit hard, man. Goddamn. Yeah. Hey, that shit, nah, this shit hard, man. All right, let's get straight into the arrangement of the beat. All right, what we're gonna do is to first of all duplicate the whole pattern of drums that we got, and next thing I'm gonna do is to give a break of 8 bars, and we're gonna put the melody, the very first 8 bars of the melody. Very basic stuff, as you already know. Bro, this is literally gonna be the intro, you know. I don't really think I'm gonna do anything too particular, because the arrangement of these beats is ridiculously easy, so we're gonna keep it like that, you feel me? Oh my god. Yeah. We're gonna put the open hat over here. Yeah. Yeah. I wanna try something here. I might even get rid of the melody. Yeah. Yeah. Fire. Yeah. 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 Ah, this shit slaps hard. Oh my god. Alright, bro, thanks a lot for watching today's video. I really do appreciate your support. Also, just a reminder, if you need any help on getting placements, networking with artists and producers, or even mixing your beats better, learning how to make melodies, learning how to level up the quality of your beats, or anything that might help you level up as a producer in general, just check the second link down below in the description to book a completely free call with me, and from there we're gonna see if I can actually help you out in achieving your goals as a producer. Anyways, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna let you listen to the full thing. Hey, make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Stepuz, and I'm gonna see you on the next time. Bye.